So our second game of the weekend here. Rugby League back on Fox League. Linda Sharp is our referee tonight. And off we go, the Penrith Panthers and the Canberra Raiders, with the Panthers first to receive. And that's Brad Snyder getting it on to Preston Ricky, who carries it forward. Of course, Penrith starting life without James Fisher-Harris. No Jerome Luai as well. As Luron Patea, he was excellent last year in his first foray into first grade. Luke Summerton has seen a fair bit of first grade. He's the dummy half. There's Trent Tolau starting tonight in the number 14 jersey. Jack Cole turning it back in, and Papali'i getting an offload away. Dane Laurie buzzing about. Now that pass knocked down, and that'll be Penrith ball. Geez, nice start from the Panthers.
Yeah, plenty of energy in what they're doing. Nice work from Cole, getting it crossfield, bringing a bit of change of direction with Isaiah Papali'i. It's a strength of his. Good to see. Dane Laurie linking into the back line. Big Jet Stewart there, the right hand, just knocking the ball down. And they'll get another set here on the 40-metre line, the Panthers.
Had to do it. That was a good defensive play from Jet Stewart, because the pass finds the mark and Penrith are down that left touchline. You mentioned Trent Tolau, who's playing in the middle tonight. So Matt Eisen, who dropped out of the side through injury, Tolau comes up, and he spent 9 games playing coming off the bench in a hooker last year. But he's playing in the middle tonight.
Nice carry there over the top of Sanders.
Sanders wore that, and he's not quite right at the moment as he gets back into the defensive line, and that might just get the attention of the dock. 40 metres out. Snyder for Cole as the halves combine. Papali'i this time straight and hard, no thought of an offload. So Sanders defending on the left side, and that's where the ball starts to head. Tolau getting it on. Snyder, oh, guy puts it down. Rain's just started here. You wouldn't believe it. It's been threatening for about 3 hours, and now, just now, we start getting some drips and drops as we... Oh, geez, yeah, he went down hard there, Sanders.
There's a good story about John Fanua, the man with the ball, the Penrith player there, the number 3. We will tell throughout the game, but it's a fantastic story of redemption.
Yeah, just slipping through the grasp there of Guy in Canberra with their first opportunity with the footy.
So Canberra do get it for the first time. Oh, strong hit here on Waitare, the number 4. Now the Englishman, Matty Nicholson, with plenty of room to move. We send it down to Jake Duke on the sideline.
Good evening, gentlemen. It's about 26 degrees and cooling here at the moment. As you mentioned, Dan, the rain just annoyingly sprinkling all afternoon, so a little bit slippery out there as we get a real insight into the next generation for both of these clubs. Some of the biggest junior representative stars on display tonight. The McLean brothers for Penrith, as there's an error from Canberra. We've got Chevy Stewart and Ethan Sanders, the like, for Canberra, so very interesting to see what they can all produce as they look for time in first grade this year.
Indeed, forward pass here.
Yeah, Adam Cook just scheming down that right-hand short side.
I thought he was a good inclusion last year, Mick, Adam Cook.
Too.
Only a half a dozen games at the back end of last year, but I thought played very well.
He too hasn't had it all his own way. Spent some time in Canberra, then left Canberra, went up to the Queensland Cup competition, and has fought his way back through the Raiders system. And you're right, I thought he was terrific at times last year. Another good carry there for Nua. Geez, he's been a handful early.
Again, pretty good field position here for the Panthers. Didn't take part in the pre-season challenge last year because they were getting ready for a World Club Challenge against Wigan. And they won't play next week, but they will have a hit out a few days before their Vegas stint. And this is Preston Ricky. Been around for a little while now. Comes here to Snyder, from the line on. Solid defence here from the Raiders. Simi Sasangi, the 11. Sanders involved. He seems to be okay. Now it's Tolau, first receiver. Laurie shuffling it on. A pass fired by Kepoa, just a little too hard. And that was Casey McLean there, but not quite coming off.
It did require some quick hands right along that line there. Dane Laurie. Kepoa just not able to throw a decent pass to Casey McLean there, just too high and behind him. Out in front would have been trouble for the Raiders, but enough defensive pressure there to force the error.
Randy, what an unbelievable story, Casey McLean. 4 tries, test debut. He was playing flag at the start of last year. He ended up playing for New Zealand in the Pacific Championships, and 4 against PNG.
Yeah, they're a talented duo, the McLean brothers.
Simi Sasangi became a regular last year on the bench towards the end of the season. 22 is Sean Packer. So he has swapped with Owen Patty. Owen Patty, big raps on him. And we'll see him a little bit later. 6 again here. And
that's Asamoah there, who's just a little uncomfortable coming out of that tackle. Let's just keep an eye on this man. Just about to mention him. Miles Martin from Newcastle has gone down to the nation's capital. A very, very good footballer.
Yes, indeed. All the 3 Martin boys have got some serious talent. Miles, no relation. Chevy Stewart now inside the 30. Sorlo getting it on as it comes across the halves to Boy, and a solid tackle from Kepoa jolts that ball free.
So just looking at the size of both McLean brothers, really starting to fill out, Brandy, aren't they? Casey and Jesse.
Yeah, Casey's got the height, Mick. He will end up being a pretty big boy. That was a good hit from Asu Kepoa. Joined the Panthers from the Tigers last year.
Penrith back inside Raiders territory. It was 12-all last night. Cronulla and the Warriors, late try ensuring the draw there. We saw the play the ball. They were hot on that. That's one of the crackdown rules. They're trying to change direction. Oh, that's a very late pass, and it's play on. He wasn't held. Kapali'i closing in on the 20. He is a halves player. In first grade, we've seen him as essentially a backup dummy half. Inside the 20 now, last tackle, loose pass for Cole, manufactures a kick. Pinballing, awkward. Stewart does well. Almost gets away, and then thinks better of throwing that hospital pass. Chevy Stewart did taste first grade last year. Kyo Weeks seems to have a lock at the moment on that number 1 spot. He's to work it down with Waikato.
As a young player with great speed, Chevy Stewart, I thought that the standout facet of his game was just how brave he was, and just charging back into the defensive line off the back of long kicks. Very courageous.
Geez, that's a good run from Popawati, and that allows Chevy Stewart to go down the middle. But this will be the last tackle coming up here. And it's Ethan Sanders. A fair bit of height on this kick. The Chasers have a chance. Laurie, though, takes it and does well to hold on.
Yeah, really good set there from the Raiders. Just settling things down. Nice bit of ball movement out to the right-hand side. But you're right, again, the courage of Chevy Stewart, the fullback, out of dummy half, just accelerating towards contact. Good signs early in the season from Chevy Stewart, the Raiders fullback.
Not going away here. In fact, just getting a little heavier as Laurie works it down the centre.
Radar's not promising.
No. To be honest, it's a surprise it's taken this long. Summerton exploring. Now goes into that dummy half roll. We've seen often. And Snyder goes along, the former Raider. This man, Michael Asamoah.
Powerhouse.
He's a tank of athlete. Played under 19, a lot of under 19s Origin players on show here, particularly for Canberra. And Penrith have got some young guns as well. Stewart. Sanders a dummy half. The one that gets him beyond halfway through Hopewadi. He seems to have got bigger over the off-season, and in a good way, Hopewadi. Cook turning it in. Nicholson. 3 years at Warrington. And now line baller here, Jordan Martin, and he holds on to it there. Appeared to come out briefly. But 1 play left. And it's Cook to the air. And over Wren won't be easy. Oh, magnificent catch taken mid-air. Oh, that's talk about courage. That had a fair bit of courage about it there from Casey McLean.
Yeah, never took his eyes off it. Casey McLean, just watch this. Just catches the shoulder and hip there of Jed Stewart. And sensationally.
Boy, he got some height, didn't he? Casey McLean, very athletic.
He looks terrific. Like, his body shape looks sensational. Nice and plain.
Mick, imagine how you'd imagine how you'd approach the off season if you just burst into first grade. You've played flag. You're playing first grade. You play 7 games. You then play international footy. You score 4 tries on debut. How do you reckon he's approached the off season? Everything's good.
Tell you what, we've seen more leaps like that. The name Israel Folau's going to be invoked. Now, Guy. Saw a fair bit of first grade last year, 11 games in fact. Go left. Cole.
Gee, they're really stripping that right edge of the Raiders for numbers. Pass needed to go out the back there from Laurie.
Completely the man playing it. Go loud. Buzzing here. Just happy to work it up close to the 30. Martin claiming that came out. That's Jordan Martin. And Snyder under pressure here. Should be awkward though. Laurie thought about challenging. In the end, they're just content to let Stewart take it and go nowhere. Good energy here, this trial game, pre-season challenge at Shark Park, or Shark Stadium as they want to call it these days. It's sacrilege, but anyway, we'll go with that. Raiders, they will play next week. In fact, Thursday, they've got a trial against Cronulla at home, and then that's it for them before Las Vegas. This is Miles Martin. Now from inside the 40, Cook goes for distance, goes for angle. Be hauled in. Good kick nonetheless. Laurie. Looking for a little opening that's just not there.
Great kick there from Adam Cook. The kicking game, in fact, from both Sanders and Cook early has been terrific. And you can just see hot conditions, humid conditions, even though there is a little bit of rain around. That's certainly putting some fatigue into the Panthers' middle forwards as Jesse McLean this time carries the ball up over the 30-metre line and earns his side a penalty.
It's about to make the point. There's hardly been a stop here. There was one error, a couple of errors, but apart from that, that penalty just gives the players a chance to breathe here. Offside Canberra. Crackdown we've heard about. Play the ball. Many times last night it was pulled up.
Good on them. Good. They'll stamp it out pretty quickly if they keep pulling it up through the pre-season challenge. So they have to be tough on it, the referees. If they want the play the balls to improve, they need to make a stand through the pre-season challenge and get it out of the game.
Shouldn't be that hard. The standard is attempt to roll it, to play it back. That's all they have to do, the players. Totally getting it on. Snyder in. Papali'i getting plenty of it here in these early moments. His 5th run. Tole holding it out. Ricky flat-footed.
I don't think he was expecting the ball. You should always expect it, but that caught him by surprise.
Snyder. Guy here trying to isolate those 2 backs, but Hopewadi's strong. Sanders there also. 2 tackles left. Oh, the show and go. Just held on to there. Miles Martin making the tackle, the last. Not quite threading the needle. Awkwardly comes away, and it's 6 more tackles. Patea will play. Summerton backing back. Now, numbers here. Takes a little while to get to McLean, Casey McLean. And he goes to ground. So plenty of defensive work here for Canberra. Players here almost starting to show early signs of fatigue here. Getting that match fitness. Now's Toland getting it on Ricky. He's ready this time. Preston Ricky. Halves again combining. Off the back fence here, Kapoa carving it back in field. So it comes down to the last. What a footy at this golf course end. Now comes across here to Laurie. Oh, Hopewadi went all or nothing and did more than enough to force the changeover. Good stuff from Canberra.
Yeah, really good defence. And they are out on their feet, the Canberra Raiders, some of them on their haunches, but Hopewadi coming up with a great stop. It was a set that had a lot of patience about it from the Panthers, just constantly changing direction, consuming defenders, and then at the last play it was Schneider looking to pull the trigger down their right-hand side, and great read from the experience of Hopewadi.
Well, penalty. Maybe just a little pendulum swing here. Great run from Asamoah.
Terrific. Hasn't he been great out of the backfield.
Michael Asamoah, 21 years of age. He's in the Canberra top 30. Canberra New South Wales Cup Player of the Year a couple of years ago. He's played under 19s Origin.
Well, I think Ricky would like to see him bringing the ball back out of their own end for the season. He's the type of player that could really get the Raiders going forward quickly.
Well, he had a shoulder injury. It ruined the second half of his season last year, so that just held him back, but the signs are good this year. Opawadi. That's Chris Lewis in the front there, former Melbourne Storm player. Ended his playing career, now part of the coaching staff.
Ball.
And here we go. The crackdown. Took 15 minutes to get our first shot. He played the ball, and that's a changeover.
Yeah, play 1-2, that hurts. Oh, yeah.
Just stepped over it.
Yeah.
Just stepped over the ball. That's
what they're looking for.
Geez, that's going to make the life hard here for the Raiders. They've done what seemingly is all the defending. Oh, there's a heavy shot.
Mick, you're at training sessions through the week. Are you are clubs now diligent on making sure that it doesn't happen at training, so it doesn't happen in the games?
I heard Cooper Cronk talk last night, and it's been a month or maybe a little more now that clubs have been aware of this, and absolutely, Brendan, so much detail and practice going into it. Because it's going to be vital. You can see that there. The Raiders just defending their line for a long period, and then on play one after a penalty, a turnover, and here we go.
Summoned
back under pressure.
Gone for Nua, the dummy half. Colau, he's seen plenty of ball, and he's well wrapped up by Nicholson. Last tackle. Summerton racing in. Now it's the number 6, Jack Cole. And a great tackle by Stewart, and again the Raiders force a changeover.
Well, they've had to do some defence down on their own line, which Ricky, and when you're looking at things out of a trial match, defence is certainly one of those aspects that you're looking for, and that's 3 sets they've now defended their own line and turned the Panthers away.
The coaching staff, you can see that rain still persisting.
The outside backs have been terrific, carrying the footy and looking for work. Asamoah, Chevy Stewart, and now a nice shift here out to the left-hand side.
Oh, he's lost it. Sasangi puts it down. Well, this is what's hurting Canberra. And yet again, Penrith will go on the attack. That's Jesse McLean. Laurie. 14 games in the top grade last year. Second year back at Penrith. Looking for work here, Casey McLean.
And always played well too when he was required.
Good run here, all this. That was a beautiful pass too. Really getting Patea on the burst inside the 20. Penrith, their completion rates have been good. And now a bit of trickery there, almost tricked Tolau. The little move there from Summerton. 9 metres away. Schneider wants it, gets it. And just a little discombobulated there with Guy. Whatever they had planned didn't quite come off, but 1 to go here. Cole gets it in the end goal, and that'll force the first drop out of the night.
Yeah, really nice to see Jack Cole playing both sides of the field. Swinging from that left-hand side over to the right-hand side. Delicate little kick into the in goal, in behind Hopewadi and Asamoah. And now finds his next job, starts barking orders. There it is, deep into the line, just threaded it through. Great kick.
Yeah, he showed great patience, didn't he? Just to hold the ball, wait until he saw a bit of space, and found it with that kick.
They'd like points here, the Panthers. They've had a mountain of possession down on the Raiders' line.
Boy, that's a good kick.
It's got the 10. Jeez, it's got high. And it's tapped forward. Unlucky, really unlucky there. It was the perfect drop out. But it'll be Penrith again with a chance. Trying to use Stewart's height here.
Well, he did get up there. He just twisted, the body twisted, and just couldn't get those hands to knock the ball backwards.
It's a good battle, isn't it, in the air? McLean and Jed Stewart, 2 big boys.
He was close to first grade last year, Jed Stewart. There was a week or 2 where he was mooted to be very close, but not quite. 13 tries last year in Cup. Snyder. Gee, they're good backup halves options, aren't they? Snyder, Jack Cole showing some nice signs. Guy. Canberra will do well to hold on here. As it goes to the front row, Patea. That's Cook. Last appeal off. Summoner fires it left. Cole over the top, off the hands of Stewart. 6 more tackles. But if it's gone backwards, that's going to be Raiders' ball.
Yeah, Jed Stewart again up out of the line, just getting in the passing lane there of Jack Cole. He knew where he wanted to get the ball to, but had to adventure over the top of the much bigger Jed Stewart.
He's been happy to give them the outside, Jed Stewart, but he's been able to cover, hasn't he? Very quickly turned a couple of high balls now from the Panthers when they thought they had the overlap. And the Raiders have been able to cover and come from the inside.
They've just got to get the ball down the other end here, the Raiders. They've just come up with a play the ball penalty and an error from Simi Sasang, and this will help.
They've had 11 tackles in Penrith's half. Penrith have had 38.
Yeah.
No score. Points are at a premium in trial football. So done well, very well here, the Raiders. No contact there. Not going too far. Someone takes one in the crowd. That's a move. Canberra's challenge is to hold on. 6 from 10 completions. Oh. Beautiful ball. Oh, no, there's a forward pass. The touch judges come in. In fact, no, it's a play the ball again. Now, Touchy, there you go. There you can see her. She walked in there and do it all again off the mark there. A lovely bit of work there to get it down the sideline. That's Sean Packer, the number 22. That's a strong run. Yeah. Jake Clydesdale, he's a unit. 200 centimetres tall, 117 kgs. Cook turning it in. Plenty of bodies there to meet the Englishman Nicholson. Miles Martin. Last Cook corkscrewing one here. Penrith here will start inside their 10 through Guy. So no drinks breaks tonight, but we only save those really for the really hot nights, although it is particularly humid. And now a crusher tackle, and again put Penrith in some decent field position.
Yeah, looks like Ata Mariota out there too now in jersey 26 for the Raiders, and looks in great physical condition. Looks like he's had a terrific summer.
We had a great season.
I think he's set for a massive year.
They've had an eye on him, haven't they, for a long, long time. They've worked him in slowly.
Well, they've been allowed to, haven't they? They've been fortunate with Papali'i and Tarpany playing such big minutes. You know, Brandy's already touched on the return of Corey Horsburgh, the time that he can spend in the middle. And so they've been able to slowly bleed the likes of Ata Mariota, but boy, I reckon he's about to break out. He looks like he's had a great summer.
Well, he's had 40 NRL games now, so he has got a fair bit of experience under his belt. Billy Phillips, the 26 there for Penrith, involved. So changes coming. Nico Apelu, the 19. He's hit a Gaia, bumping off the first tackle. There's the 26, Ata Mariota. Comes across here. Laurie trying to get Kepoa. He sends his man down the sideline. Casey McLean. And he's well taken down here. Doesn't think he's held and is ordered to go back. Snyder here with the stab, and Stewart will do well to stay in the field of play. He does. He does, and they hold on again, the Raiders.
That was beautiful ball movement. They've been flirting with that, throughout the opening 20 minutes of this match, going down that left-hand side. But that time, the catch and pass at the Paris. Jed Stewart hit hard there, and Canberra now under pressure, but great work out on that left-hand side from Penrith.
Work of Chevy Stewart to stay in is excellent, but this is what, it doesn't matter who wears these Penrith jumpers, they all have this same mindset of just keeping a team pinned in their own area. Look at this. It's a great kick though. Jesse McLean will bring it back. Boy, they needed that boot.
Oh, that's good chase too. That's a fantastic chase off the back of a great kick.
That was Simi Sasangi who made first contact there.
Yeah.
Ooh, a bit of heat in that tap.
The inside.
Laurie just has not found a way through. They've really done a nice job on him, the Raiders, so far. McLean in the middle this time. Kapoor, beautiful move. Asu Kapoor joined the club last year. Oh, he hasn't played that properly.
I think he's just lost that.
Yeah, I don't think that needed a crackdown. That's just a clean knock on.
Middle.
So 25 gone here, and we're still waiting for our first points.
The wet weather. The wet ball, the wet slippery ball just slides straight out of the hands of Kapoor. He's a handful when he's got it.
Oh, yeah.
Good footwork, big, powerful man. Asu Kapoor.
Back in here, guys.
So I don't think there'd be any risk about using Kapoor if needed or required through the season to come up and play either centre or wing or back row.
See top of the screen there, the Chinese restaurant doing a decent trade.
Right in, Dane.
Well, Dan, I don't think I could find a better spot to watch a game from.
Now, beautiful run, Chevy Stewart. He's away, now he's hauled in. But here we go, the Canberra Raiders. What have they got in attack? Stewart to Stewart. Jed on to Cook. Footwork here from Mariota. Closer to the posts. John Packer waiting at dummy half off the slow play the ball. Crash play. Nicholson. Oh, he muscled his way over.
Held up.
And he's held up. It was interesting, Ricky Stewart talking about his body shape changing over the off-season. And there's still a bit of work to be done, but
well, he's only
got
a
some
boy.
strength.
Yeah, he's a boy. He's only 21.
Come on. Go through.
Big rap from Sam Burgess. He's up to the NRL.
Yeah, didn't want to lose him at the Wolves. So Packer for Cook. Cook now. Sanders, extravagant dummy. Oh, gets the pass on and it's a try. Simi Sasangi is over. What a wonderful round the corner pass from Ethan Sanders, and Canberra. Well, they soaked up so much at the other end, and they're on the board first.
Yeah, you're right, Dan. Plenty of time spent down defending their own line in the opening half. And the first time that we've really seen Cook and Sanders close to the line combining. Beautiful show and go there from the recruit from Parramatta, the young star Ethan Sanders. Beautiful show and go, straightened off the left foot. And just pushing on the outside there. Simi Sasangi, great offload. Did well to recoup the ball in the conditions. And it's a nice piece of play from the Raiders to score the first try of the night.
Oh, I think it's going to be a key signing for the Raiders, Ethan Sanders. I don't know when he takes over as the number 7. Jamal Fogarty certainly under a lot of pressure and will need to play well to keep him at bay, because that was very clever from Ethan Sanders there. The dummy getting through the line and then popping the pass as he went to ground.
How important do you think that is, Brandy? I mean, for someone like Jamal Fogarty, keeps him on his toes. We're going to see Owen Paddy come on soon, a really good young dummy half when you think of guys like Danny Levi and Starling that are there. Chevy Stewart has had some nice moments just off the scrum there. Beautiful break that really started the raid from the Raiders. He's on the toes of Kyo Weeks. Having that depth and having those blokes underneath, putting pressure on guys in the top team, it's so important.
Yeah, competition for spots, it can make a team.
Yeah.
Nick, if you've got strong players underneath the top 13, it can make a huge difference. And you just went through the players that they have nipping at the heels of those players who are young themselves. You know, Kyo Weeks only a young man, as Ethan Sanders makes sure of the 6 points. They've done well, Canberra. Dan, they were under enormous pressure, and they have been for most of the half. And they come up here and score a try when they first get the first touch inside the 20.
Yeah, looked alike, isn't it? 6-0.
Yeah, I like some of Cook's involvements too. His kick in the previous set got them down here with the field position. Camped down in their end, launched it 70 metres downfield. He's had some nice moments too, Cook, in the opening half.
Off we go. Finally, points on the board. Mariota, gag tackle. Four of them there to stop him and drive him back to the 10. Interesting week there. Jamal Fogarty.
2 feet.
Just a big boy, Clydesdale, isn't he? And he hasn't come on to just make up the numbers either.
His brother Adam played a fair bit in the NRL. Very different body type and very different style of player. Peter Tateo is the 21. Here's the kick from inside the 40. It's got some angle and distance. And well done by Casey McLean.
Yeah, have a look at this. That was Owen Paddy's first moment. Jumped into dummy half, rifles it downfield, then leads the kick chase. Owen Paddy in the number 9 for the Raiders. Keep an eye on him.
We've all been looking forward to seeing him in action. He was flagged most of last year, too good for that level, and then started New South Wales Cup at the end of the season. There's Penrith now. He's working it up beyond the 30 on their side of halfway, as you can see. And some changes coming. And the 22, Billy Scott for Penrith in that dummy half roll. 19, Nico Apelu. He's been on for a few minutes. The kick from outside the 40. Chevy Stewart. Nice line from Penrith. As we approach the 30-minute mark of this pre-season challenge match. They've got a very nice draw, it has to be said, although sometimes you're playing with fire, trying to guess who are going to be the gun teams, but it's out there for them if they're good enough in 2025. As Cook turns it in, Matty Nicholson. Changes to Clydesdale. And the Scone Thoroughbreds. I'm happy with something there, Jake, but last tackle ordered. The high one from Cook is then knocked over, but that should be fine. And the Queen's going to have nowhere to go here. That was a shot there that had Clydesdale a little worried that he escaped any punishment with Laurie. He's rolled his sleeves up, his 8th run. Been looking for it all night. John Sagaga. And here's Laurie. One of the unlucky players really could have easily played a grand final for Penrith. With, such a stacked team. Last here, after that Billy Phillips run, here's Stewart. One try, and it belongs to Simi Sasangi.
Again, it's quite the battle. We saw a huge block of set-for-set footy to start the game with minimal stoppages, and again, over the last 5-6 minutes since that try, the Simi Sasangi, it has been end-to-end and set-for-set.
Well, Canberra's really improved their completion rate. It's now 10 from 14, and here's a penalty. Here's a penalty.
And again, it's the work of Michael Asamoah coming in looking for work, just big and powerful. Through the middle of the field, hard to handle. He's getting through a mountain of work, Asamoah.
Had 12 errors, that's the official count, but not too many stoppages. Sasangi first to play it. Distributing, Tateo. And the ball keeps going here. Oh, wide one, and he does well. Asamoah. Oh, he did well, but then all over in Jesse McLean. And now, just a little aggression.
Well, unfortunate there for the Raiders, who looked like they were just about to open the Panthers up. The ball the pass didn't find its mark. There was a number of Canberra players there waiting
Don't come in like that
to
again.
receive that pass. It hits the ground, and Asamoah in the end put a foot into touch.
There's Aussie Jack there, one of our UFC boys. big UFC card tomorrow coming from Sydney. It's a main event special. Albert Hopewadi there involved. Just enjoying proceedings here. McDillamar. There we go. There's the main event. Isn't Strickland an interesting character? Penrith now. And it comes across Snyder. Bit of ferocity coming about this game.
Yeah, there is. It's getting a little lively out there, isn't it?
Farley is the man who played it in the 20 jersey. Laurie trying to poke through. Carried forward by Phillips. Last.
All on.
Laurie. Flying through here, McLean. Ball's been lost. Stewart had a look up and it cost him. And Penrith here is ready to celebrate Guy there and Jesse McLean. And they were just a bit worried there was going to be a bit more aggression.
Clever kick there from Dane Laurie. And here's the hit from Asamoah. Came off his wing. Boy, he's physical, isn't he, Asamoah? Only 21. David Farley on the end of that. And then Dane Laurie just dropped it over the defensive line. Tough one for Stewart. Hit as he was taking that bouncing ball by Jesse McLean. Forces the error. Panthers trying to strike before the break.
Let's go. Yeah. Head in. Stay in. Right.
Out it comes. Cole. 9 games last year in the top grade, Jack Cole.
Jack. Stick long.
Restart as Sagaga wrapped up on the 10. Just the second set restart of the night. Paddy there holding on as long as he could. Phillips. Palu. Centre field, Penrith. Halves combine again. And now again cutting back in field. We've seen that run before from Kepoa. Setting things up. They've stacked the right side, Penrith. That's where it goes. Little bobble from Snyder. Laurie, quick hands, a chance. Going himself and scoring is David Farley. Well, he took the odds he could get there, and yes, he did. Penrith hit back.
One of the many outside backs that the Panthers have on their books, David Farley, a development contract next year. Played Jersey Flegg last year in some New South Wales Cup. Very good player, as we've seen. Copped the hit off Asamoah only moments earlier. Bounces back, and the Panthers have tried their hardest to make the set play work, but Canberra have been up to it. Their edge defence has been outstanding. Farley just evading the Asamoah tackle and spinning his way into the in-goal area. They just gave themselves a little bit more depth. Dane Laurie with a good pass, and then David Farley finishing things off.
Yeah, when they've got that right, whether it's Schneider and Laurie or whether it's Cole and Laurie on the other side of the field, a nice lead line there, getting on the inside from Maverick Guy on the inside of Hopewadi. Just stopped the line. Asamoah unable to make the tackle. Sanders there on the back. And nice work from Penrith. They've had plenty of possession in this opening half. And some nice athleticism there from David Farley. Nice moment for the young man.
Indeed, Asamoah there trying to make the all-or-nothing tackle and left the winger for Penrith unmarked, but Farley is happy to do it on his own. So Cole about 7 in from touch here on this right side. Half-time wrap coming up. These two boys, Mick and Greg Alexander with Braith and Astor. And that kick's got work to do. Comes around, no good. Canberra 6, Penrith 4. There's Ivan Cleary looking typically relaxed. He's been here. He's probably best to have got some accommodation here. He was here last night with the family. The debut of Jet. And was Ivan here? The rest of the family certainly was. Yeah. Four premierships in a row. He's in very rare territory, Ivan Cleary. You know this, but every game in the regular season and the finals up to the GF live here on Fox League. Over 200 games in the regular season. And it's only 3 weeks away. By the way, full slate of games next week. So pre-season challenge, a little appetizer this week with the Vegas teams playing. But then we've got 8 games plus the All-Stars duo, men's and women's. So it's a thumping weekend next week here on Fox League. Laurie ducking under there and claimed around the collar. Kick here from Brad Schneider. That's heavy stuff from Asamoah. He runs with violence, Michael Asamoah.
It's a powerful way to start. You said Asamoah followed up by Hopewadi. They've done a really good job this left edge of Canberra, but Asamoah, his numbers are really starting to climb up towards that 100 metres in the opening half.
Xavier Savage on one wing. It might be a battle between Hopewadi and Asamoah as to who gets the other one.
There's another boy that's gone down to the nation's capital over the summer, Savale, New South Wales 19s product.
Sanders puts the kick in after that tough tail offload. Laurie all over it, no panic at all.
He too's a very handy young back as well, so some competition in the outside backs. Jed Stewart has had some nice moments as well in the opening half, particularly in the air, such a threat.
Guy. Saw Aussie Jack. We're going to catch up with him in a moment here ahead of tomorrow's UFC. That's coming up in a few moments. Here's a little nifty run from Billy Scott. And 27 seconds to go and the Raiders have got it. Well, the rare risk from the Panthers, and now they've got a bit of work to do. Nicholson. Just outside the 20. An unexpected chance here with Paddy looking. Surveying. Now strong stuff here, Mariota. But this will be the last play. Sanders wants it on. Oh, Paddy puts it down. He got excited. And that's the end of the first half. So 1 try apiece. The Canberra Raiders scoring first and having the lead. Simi Sasangi, the try scorer for them, over at Farleigh, the try scorer for Penrith. So competitive stuff here at Shark Stadium. It's Canberra 6, Penrith 4. So it's Penrith who scored last in that first half to bridge this gap. Off we go, second half. Sami Zolo is into the action now. So the Canberra Raiders, Ata Mariota, most impressive with his efforts in the first half. Hard to put down. Guy using everything, and finally Mariota knocked down. This is Jordan Martin. Look at the flowing hair. He's a unit too. And a penalty. So a penalty here for Canberra. So we've got 3 Martins here for the Raiders. We've got siblings, Jordan and Noah in 25, as Jordan cops one there from Sagaga. We've got Miles Martin, who's not a sibling, but dead set they could be a trio. And I tell you what, you put them side by side, and I say this with great respect because look at the size of them, they could be the kids from the castle. They could be Darryl Kerrigan's children.
You started strong. Really strong start in the second.
Dolo. But I say with respect, Michael.
Oh, it's play on once you say that, isn't it?
Look at those eyes. No, they're very good footballers too. I think we're going to see a fair bit of them in the top grade over the years. Now Owen Paddy with a nifty run. As Canberra driving close to the 20-metre line, and with those set restarts, they've got plenty of tackles to play with here. Sanders working the left over. Oh, there's a pass that was beautifully read. It was not on. And it was snaffled there by Farley, the Penrith try scorer.
Temptation just too great. Half a chance there to offload, and he took it, but the Penrith defence was just sniffing around and went straight to the Panther and let off for them. As you said, Dan, they had plenty of tackles up their sleeve, the Canberra Raiders.
Been one downfall for the Raiders. Defence has been excellent, but they have coughed up the ball with the few chances they've had to attack. As it's worked forward, Billy Phillips, his 5th run of the night. Panthers have a big rap on him. They say there's a bit of Isaiah Yeo about his style, the Penrith number 26. Chevy Stewart. He's been on the back foot a lot tonight with this Penrith kicking game. He's handled it for the most part very nicely.
Billy Phillips, a very good ball-playing 13.
Oh, roll ball from Chevy Stewart here. Again on play 1. This is a big momentum swing. So nice kick there from the Panthers deep down into the north corner. And you can just see there the roll ball from Chevy Stewart. So possession back with Penrith now in good field position.
Patea. Oh, strong contact, Jordan Hart. Billy Scott, the 22. And then we spoke about Phillips, the 26. They want to get off here. They finally do. So Gaga allowed to play it. Snyder on to Tolau. Back for Kepoa. Against the grain as usual. And inside the 10 and hard to put away. Most of the attackers on the right here. That's where it goes. Snyder. Palau. Getting it on for Nua. Getting it on here as it comes across for Jesse McLean. 2 tackles for the Panthers. The great pass there for Schneider. That gets us to the 5th here. Phillips playing it. Schneider. Short ball. Well read. Beautifully read there. Hitting the hole was Papali'i, but the Raiders are all over it.
Gee, had he been able to kick there, Schneider, on the outside, flying through, there was an opportunity there. It was Tolau pushing hard.
The pass was never on there from Brad Schneider. They read it. They knew Papali'i was the man, the intended receiver, and jammed in tight on him.
Geez, that was a big cut for Tolau, wasn't it? That's an opportunity missed. Canberra now, familiar territory. There's one Tade, the number 4. Mariota, 8th run. The leader among the forwards in this game, along with Patea for Penrith.
Done some nice stuff tonight.
Oh, that's come out. Solo, but hang on, it's been helped out.
Yeah, he got put in a really awkward position here, Pasami Solo.
Yes, so Canberra penalty, just make sure he's okay.
Yeah, he just got tipped up.
Yeah, he did.
Right at the end there. He sort of fell into it, but, well, no, probably didn't get tipped up.
It looked worse.
It looked like he did, but he threw himself to the ground.
Yeah.
The fact that he landed on his face, saw the penalty blown, but probably got it wrong there.
Yeah, and you see there, the ball came out with no assistance from the Panthers, so call may have a fair bit to say in the outcome of this game. Nicholson.
Well, that was a good, strong charge from Matty Nicholson. And so
oh, look at this. Mariota hurtling downfield up to the 10-metre line. Boy, he's been terrific. Paddy the dummy half. Sanders gets it on. Solo recovered.
Good ball and all tackle there.
Yeah.
Guy
Schneider was there to assist, but Guy up there quickly. Now a little dart here, and he got over Owen Paddy. Now he's claiming this.
Very confident.
He's claiming this. This will be some try if he's managed to manufacture this.
Well, they got down to a good attacking position on the back of Ata Mariota, who's been outstanding, along with Pasami Solo through the middle for the Raiders. The 2 experienced men, and this was Owen Paddy, the young dummy half, burrowing low.
Oh, yeah.
Gets it down. My word, he
Of
does.
the ball and grounds it in the in goal. We have a decision.
Well, he knew.
Despite the tackle from Mav Guy being a good one, wrapped up the ball. The ball was quick, and he caught the Penrith defenders on their line. And he's a goer, isn't he? Owen Paddy. A couple of good runs so far this half. Here's the Mariota run.
footwork. Yeah, brilliant. And power, just accelerated through the tackle there of Kapoa. Barnstormed his way upfield. And then Owen Paddy, sharp out of dummy half. Just got through the tackle there of Geyer. And Schneider there as well. Just lowered his body position, launched with power, and did a good job, Owen Paddy. There's big raps on him. As we said, he's one of the ones that they've earmarked that will likely get an opportunity to make his debut at the top level this year for the Raiders. 2024 Jersey Flegg Player of the Year. Terrific when he went up and had an opportunity in the New South Wales Cup, both starting and off the bench. And tonight he's been dangerous since coming on.
Adam Cook coming in. Danny Levi and Tom Starling, the first choice dummy halves for Canberra, but the little we've seen of him, because he hasn't been on that long, Owen Paddy, most impressive. 12 points to 4. And also, for the cynical amongst us, a very good start in celebrating, because he's not a fibber. He's
It's a win.
This is a lesson for the kids in the pre-season challenge. It's our first look at these kids, and now we're going to believe him. So I think we're all a bit perplexed why he's celebrating, but slammed it down. Right, Canberra, nice little buffer now. Now playing for 100 grand. Not tonight. That would be fascinating if this was a $100,000 game. So look. That's Adam Cook way to get dummy half. Little short side play here. Watade. Wonderful flick pass given the all clear, and Jed Stewart gets to halfway. Keeps it going. Paddy is there to scoop it up.
He did well there, Jed Stewart, just to stay in field of play. If he had kept running, I'm sure that Penrith defence would have converged and knocked him over the sideline. So he did well to pull up on his run, get the ball back inside.
Players starting to cramp up in these humid conditions. Waitara, the Canberra centre, stretching out. I bet he's not the last to do that tonight. He's turned back inside here. And that's another strong run here. An excellent performance from Sasangi. Oh, it's okay. Miles Mutt over the 20. This is a rare sojourn into the Penrith 20 here. As stab kick from Cook. Flying through was Nicholson. He got a check. That's anyone's ball.
Paddy's got
That's
two.
A try. Paddy poaches one for the Raiders, and they go back to back.
Well, we saw it in the opening half. Sanders and Cook combining. And again, this time, Ethan Sanders deep into the line, copped a heavy shot too after passing the footy. And a delicate kick from Adam Cook off the left boot. And it ricochets back to Owen Paddy, who gets 2 tries in almost as many minutes. There's Sanders deep into the line, hit hard. Cook gets it in there. And then just a mix-up slips through the hands there of Casey McLean. And Owen Paddy, who has been sharp, scored a try only moments ago, burrowing low this time. Collects the loose ball. And Sanders and Cook set it up beautifully. Nice kick from Cook.
Well, Cook's kicking game has been first class so far tonight, as has Ethan Sanders, and that was a great set. Terrific finish, great last play to finish off what was an outstanding set. It started with a short play down this right-hand side that got the Raiders, not only got them out of trouble, but got them on the front foot, and they finished it off with a very accomplished set and a great play, great final play from that man that's going to kick the goal or attempt it, Ethan Sanders. Deep into the line, took a shot, but the ball found Adam Cook. It's a classy piece of play from both the halves.
15 in from touch. Hard-earned lead this for Canberra. And he's missed that one, so still a 2-score game, but a very, very good 16-4 lead. Is Penrith now conceding a couple early in this second half.
Yeah, not often you see it play out of the own end, but down that short side, and it was a terrific pass there, picked up Jed Stewart, and they got themselves out of trouble very quickly. He was heading over the touchline, pulled up on his run. The inside ball did find Owen Paddy, and then Paddy's the man that finishes it off. That's a great ball from Ethan Sanders under all sorts of pressure. Copped a shot, and the Panthers just mixed it up. McLean just not able to handle the bouncing ball.
And as we get underway again, a man I'm sure Canberra fans want to hear from is with you, Jake Duke.
Yes, with Canberra Raiders superstar Jamal Fogarty. Jamal, first of all, your thoughts on how the young fellas are playing tonight?
Yeah, I think they're going really well. There's plenty of energy. I thought that first 20 minutes we had bugger all ball, and then to hold Penrith out, I thought they did a great job there, and obviously playing a little bit of footy when we do have it, so it's good to see.
Young Ethan Sanders, we've seen he's come from Parramatta. What's been your experience dealing with him and probably teaching him and imparting some of your wisdom?
Yeah, he's definitely an old man, up mentally and physically young. He's so calm and composed, and we've seen that tonight. Put on a nice little try there for Simi. He's got a nice long kicking game. He's a good goal kicker too, but I think for a young fellow he talks, so that's the best thing about him. He's easy to learn off. He takes it all on board. He's a good fella. How
exciting is this next crop of Raiders players coming through? Obviously the young guys like Sanders, like Stewart, Ethan Strange, who we saw last year.
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, Owen Paddy tonight, he's one of the other young kids coming through, and obviously they're brilliant footballers. Hopefully they can stay here at the club, apply themselves really well physically and mentally. They can play footy, that's the thing. So the club's in good hands moving forward, that's for sure.
What's the expectation this year for the Raiders? Obviously just missed out on finals last year. What do you see for yourself this year? How's the preparation coming? Yeah, it's been good. It's probably one of the harder pre-seasons I've had here at the Raiders, physically and mentally, which is good. And we've had a whole lot of football this pre-season compared to others, but definitely top 8, mate. We're kidding ourselves if we're not trying to push for that top 8. Last year we didn't make it, and that's a failure. We've spoken about that. That's not the club standards. Obviously, Stick's been here when the club was successful, so he knows what it takes, and he's driving that really hard this all season. It's up for us players to drive those standards, but we've got to action it for 27 rounds to get there too. All right, Jamal, thanks for your time. We'll see you in Vegas. Thanks, mate.
Thank you, Jamal Fogarty. Jake Duke. 1 year left on the current deal of Jamal Fogarty, and that, I'm sure, will be the source of much speculation over the next few months. He had an outstanding second half of the season last year once he returned from injury. Our first challenge of the night.
Well, John Fanua was just about to play the ball. He's claiming that it was pushed out of his hands.
On-field decision is a lost ball.
The juggling ball looked like he was going to drag it in, but didn't, and that's why the referee's blowing the whistle. I'm not sure exactly what has happened here. We'll get a look now, but I think everything's good until...
The tackle is complete at this stage. Just looking at the left hand of Owen Paddy.
Now, goes to get to his feet.
He comes up with the ball carrier, and his left hand causes ruck interference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's
the challenge is successful.
Good challenge. He pushes it out of his... Yeah. Well, there's another one that doesn't fib, John Fanua. Ball's pushed out of his hand. He claimed, and he was correct.
Typical dummy half move, Mick. That one from Paddy, just a little.
Yep.
Did you teach him that one? Did you have him back in the day?
No, but certainly impressed with it, Dan.
Yeah, Nelly got away with it.
Yeah.
Yes. If we didn't have the challenge system, he would have. Phillips turning it in. Patea. To Penrith. Context of the game, they need to be the next to score. As Scott sends it on to Schneider. Field here for Farlett. There's Scott now. Into Phillips. He's a new man, Zach Littlewitz. Haven't seen him as yet. Now we have, playing it inside the 10. Little attempt at a no-look pass, but beautifully read there. Miles Martin involved with Mariota. Last tackle, again, not quite threading the needle, the kick. And Canberra come away with it.
Well, there was just no hole to be found there. You're trying to create space. There was no space there for Billy Scott. Very congested around to play the ball. Hard to get it through.
Yeah, tough too for a left footer jumping out to that right-hand side. With the defence coming towards your left foot to try and thread the kick through. Just watch this. Jumps out, and you're right, Miles Martin there, so too Chevy Stewart. Plenty of numbers congested around to play the ball. As Asamoah again goes to work for the Raiders. Another tough carry.
Yeah, pickle juice about to get a working over. This is a strong run, yes.
Big and athletic, look at this.
Taumapeo is away. Now uses footwork. Been around for a while, this youngster. Henson Taumapeo. Now, down Skips in the 18, getting it on. A lot of fresh players on the field now. Comes across. Tuiali is the 17 here for Canberra. The Raiders make it inside the 40. And Skips, the high one. Well weighted. Was well taken there by Fanua, but he just had nowhere to go.
Needed calm under the high ball. He's had some good moments. John Fanua.
Ooh, offload.
Oh dear.
Bit of trouble here.
McLean getting it on. Dancing along the pack. He's put a tiptoe on the line there, Brad Snyder.
Brandy, what's the story with John Fanua?
John Fanua, well, he's playing fullback now and played for New South Wales under-18s back in 2017.
Yeah, wow.
An Eels junior, Johnny Fanua there, the number 3, and then gave the game away. Played a first-grade trial in Bega against the Panthers in 2020, and that was it. He quit. He just had enough of the game. Disappeared for 3 years. Came back to Brothers out at Penrith last year. Was 130 kilos at a stage through his time off and out of the game. Has impressed the coaching staff that much that he's going to be at Penrith for quite a time. They've got no doubt that he can play first grade now. If they had to pick him in first grade, they would.
Right. Well, he ain't 130k anymore. Now the crash play, no good. Jordan Martin puts it down. Penrith off the hook.
Yeah, great story of a boy that just fell out of love with the game, but was a teenage superstar. Martin just dropping that one.
Well, he's certainly been good tonight with limited opportunities. He's shown some really, really classy and powerful touches.
Well, he must have some serious talent to give the game away and be able to pick it up. That's a damn good player on the horizon. By the way, Canberra, Isaac Tuitupo, who we used to know as Isaac Thompson, similar story. He gave up the game for many years and came back, and he's at the Raiders on a training trial. So I guess we'll see him pretty soon here tonight.
Well, geez, the Martin boys like the physicality, don't they? Through the middle. Look at them all through them there. Just like
take a photo.
Look at
the Kerrigans. 10 short of halfway. Oh, that's Gaia. Really off the back fence. Over halfway.
24, don't regret.
Now, Snyder working the blind.
That's a penalty. Don't push me off the ball.
Well, this is well weighted, this kick.
Well, that wasn't easy, was it? He had to travel some way. The kick was floating away from him as he took off after it. Had to cover some ground before he got himself under it. That was a fantastic take.
Ethan Alea from the Goulburn Stockman there in the 14 for Canberra. There he is, Isaac Tuitupo. 13 games for the Bunnies. This is a strong charge. It's Regan Carr in 16, his first use of it. Thompson again, Tuitupo over halfway. Short side. Double up here and going down. There's Roddy, Joe Roddy, and that's a changeover.
Yeah, looking to run the ball on the last down the left-hand short side there for the Raiders, but well defended from Penrith. We see a strong collision there.
There's the Martin boys again.
Yeah, boys, they are into it.
I'll tell you what, we've talked about, the mullets, and that's fine, but geez, the signs are good for them. They can play.
That's my word, they can.
Jordan's had a little taste. He made his debut against the Storm last year, round 17. Miles, big raps on him. No Lau. He hung around the middle there and threw a pass that was knocked down. Then they go, the Martin's in it again.
They have been in everything, haven't they?
They have. Miles Martin was at a very young age in the top squad with the Newcastle Knights. Big raps on him, as you mentioned. And he's headed south, and it's been a real focus of Canberra's recruitment, and they've accumulated a number of the New South Wales 19-year-olds that we'll see feature in the New South Wales Cup and then up into the NRL over the next couple of seasons. But the other boys from Canberra, the other Martin boys, have been a real handful. Jordan has been in everything tonight, so too has been his brother.
And Noah, who's only 19, Mick, so Jordan's 24. He's been around it just for a little while now. Noah is still a teenager. And Miles is only 20.
Yeah.
A lot to like there. 6 more tackles here, so Canberra, they've dominated this second half. Miles Martin getting it on, and then the floating pass straight into the hands here of Whenua. They needed that, the Panthers.
And again, that was Noah Martin, an important tackle. John Whenua was about to get into the backfield there and show some real athleticism, but cut down by Noah Martin, the 19-year-old.
Oh, boy. Whoa. A sandwich there.
Clydesdale.
That was Pelu copping one. And now desperate to pass Lipowitz, but he holds on to it. Look at this replay. The meat in that Raiders sandwich. 20 metres away. Schneider, plenty of time to set himself here. Trying to get a contest. Guy was in there, but hello! Alea is away. What's he got? He's got a double step. That's what he's got. And then ran it up on halfway.
He's had a couple of good moments, hasn't he? Alea did a great job to catch that bomb only moments earlier.
Now the floating pass. Afamasaga in 20. On the wing here. Taumapao. He's already had one impressive run. This is good stuff from the Raiders. This NRL pre-season challenge. Chance here to really stamp their authority on this game. Already a 12-point lead. Clydesdale playing. Skips the 18. 20, Afamasaga. Only 3 tackles gone here. Tateo with a neat pass. Pressed. Hitting on it hard, but he put it down.
Yeah, lost it on the ground. It was a great bit of contact there. But the work earlier in the set, watch this. This was brilliant work. Sharp. Watch the footwork here. Bang, off the left foot. That was brilliant, wasn't it? And got there, set off to a great start. And unfortunately for Canberra, after a really powerful charge there from Mitchell Priest, the ball just came spewing out as he hit the ground. The attack from the Raiders has really come to life in the second half.
Sam Lane, the 25. A winger and a centre. Who set to play a bit of New South Wales Cup this year. And Lipowitz on a train and trial, a back rower. 3 tries to 1. Oh, seen a fair bit of it. Preston Ricky just coming back in and he puts it down.
First one this way, and another one here.
So Canberra gets this inside the 40.
Just a little force in that pass there. Just Preston Ricky probably too close. Straight through the hands, and I guess the rain certainly doesn't help.
Had a little taste of first grade last year. Preston Ricky debuted against the Dragons. He's 26. He's been around for a while, so it was a hard-earned debut. Man, this little live wire. Ethan Alea. The Raiders working it up the middle here of this Shark Park. Tuiali, the 17. It comes now for Skips and getting it on. That's the 10-metre line. Just in front of Joe Roddy. A little bit of space here for Tateo, and he's been good with the offload, not that time. That's a knock-on against the Raiders, although Tateo is claiming it was illegally ripped out. I'm not sure he's going to get much love there.
Looked like he wanted to pass the ball there. I don't think it's a knock-on.
No. He should have backed himself there, Pete. He should have challenged. It has been a real area to like tonight. It's been some of the ball playing and offloading from the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, there was
middle forwards.
Little clip there from Skips. Nothing in it, but it was high. So penalty to Penrith. Wouldn't bust a grape, but it's high, and that's enough for a penalty. There's Ricky. He's going to be delighted, isn't he, with what he's seen so far? Good stuff from the youngsters. Here's Ricky.
Yeah, I think you'll certainly be impressed. I mean,
Stewart, Osamua, very good at the back. The Martin brothers have been fantastic. The Martin trio have been great.
And Paddy's shown some good signs. I think Ethan Sanders, who we're all looking forward to seeing play tonight, he's had some nice moments combining with Adam Cook. And the defensive block, Brandy, I think in the opening 20 minutes would have impressed Ricky the most. The way they repelled Penrith was fantastic.
So Press plays it. Skips at the line. Oh, Martin, what skill! Pins the ears back, gets there! It's a Martin try! 19-year-old Noah Martin, a runaway train! And the Raiders are going to win this pre-season challenge match.
Well, they've been extraordinary. They really have. And I know the haircuts have certainly made them stand out, but the effort that they've put in defensively, they have been everywhere in defence, and now the skill that they've shown, Noah Martin, the younger brother, taking a tough one, caught it in the line of defence there, had to twist his body around to take it, drag it in, and then on his way to the try line.
Yeah, did a really good job just to change his body position as the pass was getting delivered to get on the outside of the Panthers defender. Just watch here how he just changes his body angle on the outside there and is able to draw the ball in. Showed good acceleration too for a bloke that's got through a fair bit of work. And the 19-year-old, yeah, isn't he enjoying himself out there? Well deserved. Noah Martin. It's another try for the Raiders.
From Lismore, far north coast of New South Wales, but via the Narooma Devils. Played Origin last year, under-19s Origin. Another tick in the box for the Martin boys. And that may have been an early call, but it does look like Canberra are going to get the money today. 20-4, should be 22-4 as Skip sends it through. 3 tries in the second half, all of the Raiders. And that's possibly going to be the end of Noah Martin's night as he heads off. Boy, he's going to be delighted. It's going to be a fun trip home back to the capital for him.
Yeah, certainly worth seeing again. That was a pretty classy piece of play there from Noah Martin. The pass wasn't good. Went behind him. He was still able to drag it in. They got through a ton of work, the Martin brothers, defensively. And now Noah caps it off with a great try.
In fact, no, he stayed on. So he's heading to the sideline there. I think he thought he was about to get his marching orders, but he remains on the park.
Well, these are the sort of questions that coaches are looking for answers during these trial games. And those boys have put their hand up and said, you know what, Ricky, if you need me through the year, I know I can do the job. And they've showed Ricky they can.
I think that's a great point, Brandy. I mean, neither coach, like Ricky or Ivan, they're not hell-bent on the result tonight, but they're just looking for individuals that have put their hand up and shown signs that they're ready to step up to that level. Penrith the same. There's been some individuals tonight, and you mentioned John Fanua. He's one. He's another that has shown tonight that he's ready if Ivan needs him.
Jackson Lavender is the 28 for Canberra. 21, Tateo. He's been hard to put down. 12 metres out here for the Raiders. They want more. These kids are pumped up, pressed over the 10. Penrith, they've done a lot of defending in this second half. Canberra all first half, Penrith most of this second. Now an attempted crash play for Tateo. Right side very deep here, the left a little more shallow. And the wild pass is going to put an end to all of it, really. What can they craft here through Afamasaga? He is creative, this youngster. He'll have to be. Finds Regan Carr, and he's going to go down with it there. So that play was really doomed from the pass out of dummy half. Penrith, Brady, I guess we won't see the Penrith Stars before Vegas because they're off next week.
They'll be involved in the scrimmage that you're talking about with the North Sydney New South Wales Cup side.
So that really will be their one hit out before they get on the plane.
Yeah. And Mick's been involved in a scrimmage, Manly and the Dragons over the weekend. Mick, it's not flat chat.
No, but it's a great opportunity. Yeah, you heard Ricky and Ivan talk pre-game about just the amount of work players have got in over the pre-season, that they're ready to test themselves against some opposition, and to be able to do it without that full risk of injury through the contact is certainly something that we're seeing a lot more of.
Word coming out was Clint Gutherson was outstanding for the Dragons.
Very good. Yeah, he was excellent.
Testing kick, and they got in their way, and that's a try. The two Raiders made a little bit of a mess of that one, and it's Sam Lane who gets over. So, Panthers on the board for the first time in this second half.
Well, it was a quality kick right on the try line. The collision and, I guess, lack of communication there from the fullback and the winger for the Canberra Raiders. And if you want a kick to land anywhere, it's right on the try line, as this one did. On the spot, Sam Lane, Lithgow boy, in the flag side last year for the Panthers. Ooh, and just, it was almost nasty, that collision. Neither saw each other come in for the ball. And off the leg, into the hands for Sam Lane.
Poor old Taumapeo there, Mick. Looked like he actually had it until he caught one in the head.
Yeah, Brandy's spot on. Just a little lack of communication there. Both players going for the ball, both eager to get it right on their first night at this level. And we've seen in these slippery conditions, drizzling rain, put the ball in an area for a contest and you're half a chance. So nice kick there from the Panthers. And with 9.5 minutes to go, the early crow might have just...
Well, it was it, Mick. I'm admitting to you here, it was early. No matter what happened.
Oh, mate, I'm only tuning you up. Don't bite this early.
I'm just saying.
Just relax.
See, I missed it. Can you repeat what you said moments earlier?
22-4 Canberra's going to win. But, you can get away with this in February. You can muck up UFC names. You can you can forget who's playing in Vegas against who. But only in February. It's the only time you can get away with it, Mick. You pull this stuff in round one, there's going to be meetings. There's a kick, 22 points to 10. So 70 minutes gone here. They've been testing conditions really muggy as anything on this drizzly Saturday night. It's been obviously it's summer. It's been hot in Sydney and just overcast all afternoon.
I think it's pleasant outside. I think it's just us here in the box.
That's true. I heard
muggy as hell.
I heard Vossi last night. I thought, geez, come on, Vossi. I tell you what, he's undersold it. There's a strong shot. Preston Ricky.
Oh, it's
Prest. He's hurt himself. Yeah. He's hurt himself. It's been the one good thing so far. We haven't had any injuries that we've noticed here. Oh, jeez. Watch here to see what Prest has done. He's just put that right arm right into Ricky and come off second best.
Here we go.
Now, Tolau threatening and getting it on. Beautifully held. Oh, here we go. The Panthers, razzle-dazzle. And it's going to be Edgar who's going to be wrapped up here inside the 30. Prest is gone, unfortunately. Summerton to the line. Gets it on Tolau. Lovely pass. They are going to score. The Panthers are coming back. Second attempt to get that down, but that looks like a try. And that's Zach Lamont who's planted that down. And we do have ourselves a contest. 22-14. The kick won't be easy.
It was beautiful work out to the right-hand side and then instantly come back towards their left. A great lead line here. Digs deep into the line, Summerton. And you can see there, that's a terrific run from the try scorer only moments ago, and great work there to get the ball down. Had plenty of work to do, landed short. Powerful charge there on the inside of the lead, and then the offload across. Short of the line, had to get the ball down, had some work to do. He did well.
I'll be looking at that, Mick, but it does look like Lamont's done very well to plant that down.
Yeah.
Taumapeo
He
with
was
a brave
down early.
effort.
Oh.
He was down early, wasn't he? No, I
Does the
think he
hand
has.
come away? Does the hand come away? Are we going to... Is it that early?
Hang on, hang on.
Try confirmed.
Try. His hand did
very
stay
good.
on the top of the ball as he
Deserved.
rolled over it. Nice play from Summerton, who wasn't playing dummy half, first receiver, and Trent Talau also involved in that movement. Some clever play and passing from both of them.
Lane did well. Powerful run, wasn't it, from Lane?
He's a Queenslander, Lamont, from North Queensland, the Kiwana Dolphins, and squad member in the Queensland under-19s origin. Joined the club, the Panthers, middle of last year.
Hooker half can play anywhere. He's very versatile.
Well, this is a big kick here for Tolau.
Yeah.
6 in from touch. And not a bad looking strike. They've got 6.5 minutes to pinch a result here. Not quite shades of Penrith Parramatta at the end of last year, but this will be a very, very good comeback. I've got two commentators who won't stop looking at the play-by-play.
Just organising themselves there. Great ball, and you're right about Sam Lane. Terrific run from him. Powerful, breaking the tackle and offloading the ball to Lamont.
Yeah, did very well, Lane. Just on the inside shoulder there, a mark to Ali. And Ivan Cleary, well, he's certainly heard the comments, Dan. They're up and about in the coach's box.
Well, they've had no ball, Penrith. They've had absolutely no ball. Much like camp. You know what it's been, Mick? It's been a tale of two halves.
It has.
All right, 6.5 to go here now. Penrith all of a sudden a real
Brought
bit
some
of
energy, hasn't he? Is that Leota?
Comes across here. Keep an eye on the ball. The loose pass just when it was bubbling. Lane, try scorer. It's only tackle 2. Summerton. Oh, he thought he was going to put his man through there. Not quite. Vailalo, the man who put it down. That's unfortunate. He was hitting on that at pace. They needed that, the Raiders.
Yeah, deep into the line there, Summerton, and just hard in these conditions. You've got to get that absolutely spot on, and just unable to hang on to the footy there.
So back in the game is the number 22, Sean Packer. He started dummy half. And now it's Tui Tupou. Sharp play the ball. This is nice. This is a bit of a roll on for Packer. Work this left side over for Masaga with the grubber, and awkward little bounce. Oh, brilliant work. How have the Panthers managed to stay in there? That's Edgar.
Yeah.
Jeez, he did well.
He is a player of the future, Edgar. He has been a star coming through the system at Penrith, and we've talked about it a lot. Ivan said it pre-game about being a development club. Well, young Jackson Edgar has been a name that's been around the junior ranks as a star on the rise, and great work there, getting out of the in-goal from Jackson Edgar.
And now, oh, here it comes, the rain bucketing. Let's make it a little bit harder. Oh, jeez, it's not Sharknado, but it's getting heavy. Now, Penrith, plenty of ball movement, last tackle. There's the kick. Now this is going to be awkward for the Raiders. Great catch. Taumapeo.
Boy, it's bucketing down, isn't it?
Crowd here is thinking, my God, now we've got to walk out in this. Why couldn't this happen earlier in the game? 4 minutes left. Ali'i. Just wondering, gents, if post-game is still on the sideline as comes across for Roddy. And the high kick here now from Skips. And, bumped off it there. And we've got a knock on against Murphy, but he looked like he was bumped off it there before he had a chance.
Yeah. And he's challenging it too.
Well, I think that's why they're challenging.
The decision is a knock on. They're claiming he's tackled before the ball.
Yeah. Well, there was contact before the catch.
Should win this.
He's been good, Murphy. He's brought some energy.
Play's been cleared up to this point. We're just looking at the contact from Regan Carr.
Rain just piercing his eyes as he looks up into the heavens, and
He makes contact with the Penrith player prior to him receiving the ball, which impacts his ability to cleanly catch the ball.
Well,
The
here we
challenge is
go.
successful.
Penrith a penalty.
3.5 minutes left, Dan.
it's a long time, Brandy.
It's an eternity.
Over here.
Some very tired players as well. All right, so Penrith will start 10 shy of halfway. As far as the challenge goes, a draw probably does neither of these sides any good. Malalo first to hit it up. All turned in here from Tolau. Lipowitz over halfway. Great, this is not relenting. Now it comes across field. Tolau again. King up here with Edgar. Evasive up to the 30. Tolau. And now the little show there, not fallen for.
Been dangerous some in the middle.
This is Lamont, one of the try scorers for Penrith. Last tackle. 2 minutes left. They might get it back, but they want a result here. Tolau looking for the tricky one, but beautifully worked by Alea.
Alea's been great.
He's been excellent.
Dynamic with the ball in his hand. He's got enough. He got the Canberra Raiders off their own try line there with a 12-metre run.
So too is this man. Tui Tupou, he's been really busy since coming on. More than happy to put his hand up and carry the ball hard out of his own end. And the Raiders rolling through the ruck now.
This is good work from them. As far away from danger as possible. Pomopao to halfway as the rain just eases up a little here. Skips. So Penrith a lot of ground to cover, but they do get a chance. Immediate pass on here for Fanua.
Good shot there. Yeah, it was.
A lot of New South Wales Cup players on the field, and they've got a good rivalry, these two clubs in New South Wales Cup, and this one goes the distance. What looked like an easy Canberra win is going down to the final few plays. Patea over halfway. Oh, strong run. 3 tackles left. Oh, they'd love a 6 again here, but the Raiders behaving. Summerton on. Oh, put down. That's a shame. That's a shame. And Canberra should wrap it up from here. And it would have been nice to see what Penrith had cooking there. But the Raiders, 38 seconds away from holding on. And when I said the road was easing, it was like the eye of the storm because it's back. So Canberra play Cronulla next week.
Thursday.
Yeah, it's like it's a regular format next week. So Thursday night footy, 7:50 New South Wales ACT time. Canberra, Cronulla, of course, live. Every game here is live on the Fox League. Friday, doubleheader, Newcastle, Parramatta, Cowboys, Dolphins. That's our first look at the Queensland teams this year. 4 games Saturday. And there it is. That's the end. The Canberra Raiders have hung on a hard-earned win. 4 tries to 3. Plenty of young players were impressive tonight. The Martin boys among them, Owen Paddy as well, but very impressive players right across the board for both clubs as these two sides get their seasons underway.